Hey Star Wars fans, Budget Jedi here with a diorama video. This one was inspired by my friend Madwoba, who told me earlier this week that he will be uploading a Mustafar diorama. It's probably up already by the time I upload this video. If you haven't seen it, please watch it, link here. It's a great diorama. I actually have not done any prequel trilogies diorama, so this is new for me. And I thought this would be a very cool personal challenge as well, and I'll tell you why. Now, one of the most memorable scenes during Mustafar, for me, was of course the standoff between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Specifically this scene. And what's very interesting to me is that this is a very purely an environment diorama. There's like rocks, and then there's molten lava, and that's it. And the other challenge for me is to offer a different method to how Madwoba approached this diorama, just to make it interesting. So let me get started. But before that, quickly, I just want to thank M from the Madwoba household for lending me this Anakin figure. This was actually on loan, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy this video. What I'm going to use for this diorama is a big block of Styrofoam that I found in the trash bin. I've got this stuff that I usually seal leaked windows with. It's called Grake stuff, and what it does is it basically fills up gaps and cracks, and it's basically expanding plastic foam. That's what it is. You spray it on and then it hardens. I've got some of that. I've got some tape. I've got some saran wrap, and of course for coloring I've got black, red spray paint, and my trusty knife. So obviously this big piece of styrofoam is meant to be for the ground where Obi-Wan was standing on. I'm really hoping this works because this is the only piece of styrofoam that I have. I'm going to slowly chip away pieces of this to make an incline, because I'm thinking that when you break styrofoam, it actually starts to look like rocks. Alright guys, I made a lot of mess, but basically it's starting to look like Obi-Wan's high ground. Okay, one quick thing I gotta mention is when you spray paint styrofoam melts, and therefore you gotta cover it with something, and I happen to have some spackling compound here. This cost me $2 and covers that whole piece, and so that's what I did. It still kind of retains its shape, and we're just gonna wait for that to dry and paint it black. So after some black spray paint, that's what that looks like. Some of the styrofoam parts that were uncovered kind of melted in and became white again, but it doesn't really matter to me. Under the time constraint, this is actually good enough for what I'm trying to do. Alright, now we're getting to the fun part, which is making the lava. What I've done here, and you probably can't see it, but I have taped two ends of saran wrap. You can see this move around a bit. And the reason I taped it on either ends is just so it stays in place. And what I'm going to do is take some of this great stuff, which is again basically just plastic foam, and spray a whole bunch of stuff on it. Just right on the saran wrap. So now of course it looks like a bunch of noodles, and I'm going to take my hand here and spread it around like it was an actual layer of cream. Alright, it's a few hours later, and I've got this sort of a hard surface. It's actually really nice and soft, but it holds its shape. Very cool. Everything's nice and dry. And before I go ahead and spray paint this thing, cut both ends. Alright, and I've got myself a nice big sheet of white lava. And some of this globby stuff that formed is supposed to be melted rock. So I can go ahead and paint that black, and the rest of it is going to be hopefully yellow or orange and red. Alright, things are starting to come together. I've got my main ingredients here. I've got made up a little cardboard stand for the display. I can put the rocky part right up there. And there is my plastic lava. And that's pretty much what it looks like. This looks like a generic volcano type of display that I think you can use for really any kind of action figures. My Batman fits right in there. Here he is trying to get out of a sticky situation. Any Clone Troopers and Commando action figures fit right in there. You can have some crazy superhero battles too. Loki and Thor, perfect. Sorry for getting a little distracted there, guys. But the final part to this is really the platform where Anakin's going to be standing on. I don't have that platform from the scene, but I do have these little old style stands that I can put together, and they actually clip on. I'm not sure what line this is from, maybe the Saga line, but it makes it for a little platform that I can put right there for Anakin to stand on, and I think we've got the whole display. Here it is, guys, my display of the Mustafar Duel. Now, this is definitely one of the quickest and definitely the lightest diorama I've ever made. Everything's made out of foam and, you know, tape. Total time, probably about 5 to 6 hours. Got this done in one day. Spray paint apparently dries pretty quick, and so does spackling mud, which worked out well for me. And now I thought about coloring the background that I put here. You see that big piece of cardboard. Thought about coloring that black and with orange on the bottom, but I really didn't want the focus to be anywhere else but the figures. As usual, most of you know I love having my dioramas displays very small and compact, and so that's the whole thing. Now, this is actually what I mean when I always say, for me, the figures do all the talking. As I showed before, without these figures, this diorama will just be another setting for really any type of display or any kind of figures. So, you know, once I put these two figures in, immediately it's Mustafar, back on Mustafar for me. And check out Anakin floating. I'm just kidding. He's not, obviously he's not floating. I put, you can see I put tape that's rolled onto itself. I don't know if you guys can tell there. I'm trying to show you. There it is. And that works out. I know I wish I had the platform thing, but attempted to make an invisible support for him there, just to make the scene. And I have to say I'm not very happy with the way the lava came out in the movie. The lava was flowing slowly and kind of, you know, flat. But as you can see here, what I've got instead is what looks more like lava river rapids. I'm talking about like level 3 or level 4 rapids. But anyway, what I am happy with is that it's really bright, which, you know, helps it, you know, look like it's glowing, just like Mad Woba's display. And the finish of the spray paint over the sprayed foam is glossy and shiny, which makes it look a lot more liquid, which is nice. Anyway, what else should I say? I approached this diorama as two separate pieces. There's like the rocky piece here, and then there's the lava piece right here. And you know, it's on a flat piece of stand, which is nice because it's helpful for me because I can use each part actually for other dioramas as well if I wanted to. So that could totally work. And let's see here. So here's the reason. I want to show you guys something cool. Here's the reason that I put this thing on a shelf. Alright, are you guys ready for this? I'm gonna put my trusty lights right underneath this thing here. And that's why I made that hole on that stand, because you see this lava thing is actually transparent. You can kind of see it. And what I'm going to do now is turn off the light and see how it looks like in the dark. There it is. What do you guys think? There's not enough light here to show you, but it really does look a lot better in real life than it does on video, which is a shame, but you know, it's pretty cool to see the lava glow a little bit. I think in the Mustafar video in the movie, there was a lot more red glow everywhere. But for our purposes, it's pretty good. So that's what my display looks like. So anyway, thank you so much guys for watching, and be sure to check out Matt Woba's channel as well as display. And of course, special thanks to the Matt Woba family for the idea, as well as lending me the Anakin figure. This certainly has been one of the cooler attempts at making a naturalistic setting for me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.